The Zalther Armada materialized above Earth's orbit at precisely 06:00 hours GMT, their crystalline warships blotting out the morning sun across 3 continents. Supreme Commander Zixoval broadcast his ultimatum on every frequency known to galactic civilization, his 3 vocal chambers resonating with absolute authority. Primitive humans of Earth, you have 24 hours to surrender your planet unconditionally. Resistance is futile. Compliance is inevitable. At the United Earth Defense Headquarters in Geneva, Lieutenant Bralina Morrison nearly choked on her coffee. She replayed the transmission, then looked at her commanding officer, Colonel Princeton Hayes, who was grinning like a madman. "Sir, did that actually just happen?" Bralina asked, wiping coffee from her tactical display. Princeton leaned back in his chair, boots propped on the console. "Oh, it happened all right. They gave us 24 hours. He checked his watch. 17 hours and 53 minutes now, I suppose. Shouldn't we be? I don't know. Panicking? Scrambling fighters? Activating the defense grid? Morrison, how long have you been with UEDH? 3 years, sir." Princeton smiled. "Then you've never seen humanity get an ultimatum before. Trust me, the next 18 hours are going to be hilarious." He wasn't wrong. Within 40 minutes, social media exploded. #Allian Ultimatum was trending worldwide. Memes flooded the internet faster than the Zalther sensors could analyze them. Someone had already photoshopped Commander Zixoval's face onto a crying Drake meme. Another showed the alien armada with the caption, "Pav, you tried to intimidate the species that invented passive-aggressive emails." At the United Nations, the Emergency Security Council convened. Bralina monitored the proceedings from her station while Princeton munched on pretzels beside her. The Secretary General addressed the Assembly with commendable composure. "Distinguished delegates, we face an existential threat. I propose we," the Russian ambassador interrupted, "I propose we send them our customer service hold music for 23 hours and respond in the last minute." The chamber erupted in laughter. "Order. Please," the Secretary General hammered his gavel. "This is serious." "With respect, sir," the Brazilian delegate said, trying to suppress a smile. "They told Earth to surrender. They didn't say which government. Technically, we could all claim we're not authorized to speak for the whole planet." "Bureaucratic warfare," Princeton murmured approvingly. "Classic human move." Bralina shook her head in disbelief. "Sir, there are 7,000 alien warships in orbit. Warships with weapons that could destroy cities. Morrison, do you know why I'm not worried? Enlighten me, sir." Princeton pulled up a file on his tablet. "This isn't the first time aliens have underestimated us. Remember the Krell incident of 2187? Before my time, sir, the Krell sent us an ultimatum too. Very polite, very formal. They gave us a week. Know what humanity did? What? We threw a planet-wide party. Every nation, every culture. We literally danced for 6 days straight. The Krell were so confused by our response that they spent the entire week trying to analyze whether it was a weapon or a psychological warfare tactic. By day 7, they were so paranoid that when we finally sent a response, a simple no thanks, they retreated, convinced we had some master plan they couldn't comprehend." Bralina blinked. "That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And yet, it worked." 8 hours into the ultimatum, the Zalther sent a second message, their confusion evident even through translation algorithms. "Humans, we have detected no military mobilization, no planetary defense activation, no evacuation protocols. Explain your inaction." Princeton personally typed the response, "New phone, who dis?" Bralina buried her face in her hands. "You're going to get us all killed. Relax. We've got 16 hours left. At our 12, Princeton authorized the activation of Earth's actual defense systems, not the flashy orbital platforms or the missile arrays, but humanity's secret weapon, the Communications Warfare Division. Bralina watched as thousands of operators began flooding Zalther communication channels with spam, advertisements for extended warranties, phishing emails, pop-up ads, automated calls about student loans. The alien sensors went haywire trying to process the sheer volume of nonsensical data. "This is psychological torture," Bralina said. "This is Tuesday on the internet." Princeton corrected. "By our 15. Cracks appeared in the Zalther-esque composure. Commander Zixoval sent increasingly frantic messages. "Cease your incomprehensible transmissions." Someone from the Australian Defence Force replied, "That's not very cash money of you, mate." The internet exploded again. At R18, Princeton finally addressed Browna seriously. "All right, Morrison. Fun's over. Time to show them why you don't threaten Earth." He activated the planetary defense grid, the real one. Thousands of hidden installations hummed to life. Railguns emerged from ocean trenches. Energy shields shimmered into existence over major cities. And most importantly, the quantum disruption network went active. A piece of technology humanity had reverse engineered from a crashed alien probe decades ago. The Zalther Armada suddenly found their weapons systems unresponsive. Their navigation failing, their shields flickering. Princeton opened a channel. His voice was no longer amused. "Commander Zixoval, this is Colonel Princeton Hayes of the United Earth Defense Headquarters. You gave us 24 hours. We spent 18 laughing because you fundamentally misunderstood something about humanity. We don't panic. We don't surrender. We adapt. We improvise. And most importantly, we remember every species that thought they could push us around." Browna watched her screens as the Zalther ships began powering down. Their systems completely compromised. Princeton continued, "You have 6 hours to leave our system. If you're still here when your ultimatum expires, you'll discover why every other species in this galaxy learned to leave Earth alone. Are we clear?" The response came within 30 seconds. Withdrawing. This was a misunderstanding. The Armada vanished as quickly as it had arrived. Browna stared at Princeton. "That was incredible, sir. But I have to ask, could we have done that from the beginning?" Princeton smiled. "Of course. But where's the fun in that? Besides, Morrison, there's an important lesson here. Humanity's greatest weapon isn't our technology or our firepower. It's our ability to stay absolutely unhinged in the face of existential threats. It scares the hell out of everyone else." As cleanup began and the world celebrated, Browna realized something profound. Humanity hadn't survived centuries of conflict and first contact scenarios because they were the strongest or the smartest. They survived because absolutely no one could predict what humans would do next. And that was terrifying.